Begin to settle into a comfortable position, either laying on the floor or sitting up, using the blankets, the pillows, the mats to support the body. If you are going to sit up, you may choose to lean against a wall, perhaps adding a pillow between the wall and your back. And choosing a position that you'll be able to find stillness and rest in. I like to suggest taking a pillow and placing it just behind the knees, and taking a blanket and slightly curling it 1 or 2 times in order to naturally curl and support the neck. If you find that you are cold, putting a blanket over the body, and perhaps resting the eyes or closing them. Taking just a few more moments to settle into your position, finding that stillness, relaxing the body, and feeling supported. And in our meditation, just bringing our awareness to different things, different sensations as they come and go. For right now, notice your breath. Does it enter or exit through the nose and or mouth? Does it feel as though it's in your chest or belly? And perhaps noticing that as you breathe in, air feels cool as it goes down into the lungs, and it warms up as you breathe out. Allow this to naturally happen. Our body will breathe without effort, without conscious thought or initiation. If you find that you are distracted by sounds inside the room, outside of the room, sounds that are coming from yourself, thoughts or memories that just will not escape your mind, you can focus on your breath, breathing in and breathing out, and counting that as a cycle of 1, perhaps going up to 5, and starting back at 1. Otherwise, listening to the sound of my voice and just bringing attention to those various points. To begin, notice the back of the body, all those points of contact with the floor, a blanket, a pillow, the wall. And see if you can find something else to notice about them. The texture, is it warm? Is it cold? Is it smooth? Is it rough? Is it welcoming? Or does it feel as though you shouldn't be laying on it or leaning against it? And then wrap around to the front of the body and notice any points where you are covered by clothing or a blanket, and all those places that your skin is exposed. Noticing the temperature of the body, the position, whether the hands are by your side or resting on you. Does not quite matter as long as you will be able to rest. And thinking to yourself, I am going to stay awake. I am going to stay awake. Now, sometimes in our meditations, we don't think we're snoring, and that's okay. We're getting into this state, a hypnagogic state, and it is between wakefulness and sleep, where we can hear what's going on, but at the same time, we are, to some degree, sleeping. So if you are sleeping, that's fine. Your subconscious is always listening. You'll still be able to hear my voice. The brain will still process. However, if you begin to snore, you might have your ankle or shoulder tapped upon just to bring you back a little bit, not to frighten you. So just know that might be coming, especially if you're prone to falling asleep and snoring. Let's begin our meditation with a body scan. Same way we've been practicing, starting from the feet up to the top of the head. And we will systematically be bringing our awareness and relaxing at the same time. Now, even though we're going to stay awake, I would like you to think about the last few moments before falling asleep at night. Our body feels less pain. Our mind slows down enough for us to rest. The body begins to find ease. See if you could bring that same sensation, that same feeling to each part of your body, especially if you feel tension, pain, tightness, or a lack of connection. Just notice that breath again as it comes and goes. And we'll focus on the right foot to begin. Begin to notice that right big toe. And thinking to yourself that you will stay awake, but also thinking as you focus on that right big toe, it's time to rest. And relaxing that toe without needing to move, without needing to change. Let that spread to the second toe, over to the third toe, to your fourth toe and fifth toe, finding that all of the toes of your right foot are now soft. And then begin to move into the ball of the right foot, up into the arch of your right foot, and wrapping into the heel of the right foot. And maybe your heel is touching the floor or floating. Just let the foot relax. And finding the top of that right foot, finding ease as well. And arriving at the ankle, softening through the inside of the ankle and the outside of the ankle. And allowing any natural position of the right foot to happen. No longer holding on, letting go. So perhaps that feels like warm or cold, heavy or light, tingling or a lack of sensation. And whatever it is for you, continue upward. We begin to move through the shin and the calf, relaxing the muscles, the tendons, and the bone. And coming up to the right knee, softening through the kneecap, the back of the knee, the sides of the knee, wrapping all the way down into the very center. Especially if you have pain, creating this idea of warmth, of heat. And then make your way up, continuing further into the right thigh, the front, the back, and the sides of the thigh. Continuing to let go and arrive at that right hip, the right buttock, the right side of your pelvis, and allow from the hip all the way down to the right foot to the very bottom of the foot and toes to relax and sink a bit deeper into anything that is supporting it. And taking a brief pause just to bring more awareness to the rest of your body versus the leg that we have brung into stillness, that we've found to rest. Just taking a breath or two, settling even further. And then we'll switch our attention over to the left foot, to the left big toe, and allowing ourselves to rest here. That sensation of just before falling asleep, and let that spread to your second toe, to the third toe, the fourth toe, and the fifth toe, so that all of the toes of the left foot find ease. Begin to move into the ball of the left foot, the arch, and the heel. And there may be some pressure if your heel is touching the floor, or a floating sensation if your foot is elevated off of the floor. Soften through the top of the foot and arrive at the ankle, both the inside and the outside of that left ankle, and any natural, neutral position that happens with the left foot. No longer needing to hold it any sort of way, whatever comes easily to you, and allowing that to happen. Begin to journey up the left shin, the left calf, relaxing all the muscles, tendons, bones, and moving up further to arrive at that left knee, softening through the kneecap, the back of the knee, the sides, continuing upward into the thigh, both the front, the back, and the sides. If you're holding on to any tight muscles here or even sore muscles, give yourself permission to let go. And then arrive into the left hip, smoothing out into the left buttock, the left side of your pelvis, and the entire left leg, relaxing even deeper so that both feet and ankles, both shins and calves, both knees and thighs and hips, the entire pelvis and both sides of the buttocks are relaxed and peaceful. The lower half of the body finding rest. No need to go back. And bring your awareness to your lower abdomen. Let any softening here happen. Any gentle rising and falling with your breath. Move up into the upper abdomen, the right side of your torso, letting go of any clenching, any pain. Bringing your awareness to the right side of your ribs, the right side of your chest, and then over to the left side of your abdomen, the left side of your ribs, the left side of your chest, and the very center of your chest. We'll revisit this part of the body again, but see if you could soften for the time being. Just feeling that rise and fall as the air enters and exits your body. And coming to the lower spine, the very lowest point of the pelvis where it meets the back. So there's two back points of the hips at the lower back. Imagine creating some heat and smoothing out any tightness of the right side and the left side of your lower back. Continuing upward into the middle of the back, smoothing out the right side and the left side, the upper back, the right side and the left side, finding the back of the shoulders as well, the back of the neck, and all of the muscles lining the bony structure of the spine, from tailbone all the way up to the skull, letting go, giving the back a break. You get to rest right now. Move your attention over to your right hand. No need to move again, just softening the right thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky, so that all of the fingers of your right hand begin to find ease from the tip of the fingers to the knuckles, the palm and the back of your hand. And the hand doesn't want to stay open. It also doesn't want to stay closed in a fist, but more of a neutral curl happens to the fingers. Maybe that can be your experience. Once again, arriving at that wrist, we begin to allow the muscles of the inner forearm to soften, the outer forearm, coming to the inner elbow, the outer elbow, the inside of the upper arm, the outside of the upper arm, the right armpit, and thinking about how important the armpit is to regulation for the body, regulating temperature. We have a lot of lymph nodes which help with cleansing the system. See if you could relax the armpit, the shoulder, the front of the shoulder, the back of the shoulder, and that shoulder blade again. And then coming up into the right collarbone. And just taking a quick little view from the collarbone down to the fingertips. And letting go, and moving on, resting that right arm. Bring your attention over to your left hand and doing the exact same thing. The left thumb softening, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and your pinky. All of the fingers of your left hand, from fingertip to knuckles, the palm and the back of your hand, and letting the fingers naturally curl, not forcing any position. Making your way to your wrist, softening through the inside of the forearm, the outside of the forearm, the inner elbow, and the outer elbow, the inside of the upper arm, and the outside of the upper arm. That left armpit, just softening, letting go, offering some appreciation to something so easily forgotten about. The front of the left shoulder, the back of the left shoulder and shoulder blade, and the left side of your collarbone. From this point all the way down to the very tips of the fingers, letting go. So that both hands, forearms, elbows, upper arms, armpits, and shoulders are all finding rest. continue to move into the shoulders towards the neck, smoothing out any tightness, and arrive at the neck. The neck even further through the front, the back, and the sides, arriving at the jaw, and in the back region of the jaw where the upper and lower meet, near the area of the rear molars. Imagine smoothing out these places, especially if you grind your teeth. Add space between the upper and lower jaw. Locate the tongue in your mouth. Gently smooth it out and place it just behind the lower teeth. Again, that upper lip and lower lip relax. The right nostril and the left nostril and the entire nose begin to find some peace. And just letting yourself be as you relax the right eye, the right temple and ear, the left eye, the left temple and ear, the right eyebrow and the left eyebrow, and any worry wrinkles that may have come to be between the eyebrows. Smooth them out, and any that are lingering across the forehead, the back of the head, and arrive at the very top of your head, taking a breath or two to notice from the top of your head down to the bottom of your feet if there's anywhere else that you still need to let go, and taking that time to do so.